Being adaptable. Being adaptable is probably one of the most underrated yet significant skills you can have in your career as a software engineer or any career role for that matter. I'm Gia and I'm a software engineer at Microsoft, and over my 4-year career, I have had 2 big promotions, and this is how I've done it. Being adaptable. Tech is a very fast-moving industry. There's new trends, customer needs, product requirements, and so you really have to learn how to embrace change. For me, that looked like a couple months after joining Microsoft, my manager volunteered me to join a new team within our organization that needed more resources in order to deliver a short-term project by the end of the year. I'm not gonna lie, after learning that, I was a little intimidated, but I quickly realized that this was a golden opportunity for me. Not only did it expose me to a new area of the code base that I was able to learn and grow knowledge in, but it also allowed me to meet and collaborate with new people within our organization. And this increased my visibility. Increasing your visibility is very important as you try to level up in your career, especially as a low-level software engineer, because there's going to be many rooms that you aren't in, and instead there's going to be people high up in these rooms making key decisions, especially when it comes to promotions or bonuses or raises. And so you want those people who are making those big decisions to be able to vouch for you and to say your name in those rooms that you aren't in. And so the only way you're going to be able to do that is by increasing your visibility within your teams and your organizations. Moving on to my second tip for leveling up your career. You want to be willing to do the work that most people on your team either don't know how to do or just don't want to do. And so the reasoning behind this is, even if you don't know how to do the work or the task, really dive into researching and learning whatever framework or concept you need to know in order to resolve the task. And the reason why you want to do this is because once you learn it, right, and a lot of people on your team don't have that experience, knowledge, or expertise, you have it. And so now the people on your team can come to you because you're a subject matter expert. And this makes you completely valuable, and people want to have you on their team. My third and last tip for you to have a successful career is to be a self-starter. This could show up in many ways. One of those ways is for you to actively seek out work instead of having to always be handed work. This shows that you have a great desire to move forward and push the acceleration of the application or product that you're working on. Another way that you could show you're a self-starter is by owning, for example, a feature from start to finish. So this looks like communicating with the PM on the features requirements, communicating with the design team for the mocks and wireframes, creating documentation that you can share with stakeholders to review, actually implementing the solution, and then maybe following up with the PM on setting up a plan for safely rolling out the feature to the public. And so if you can be a self-starter, I promise your manager will love you. Managers are very busy people. They're always in meetings and having to make key decisions for the benefit of the team and the organization. And so the less time they can spend on basically holding your hand throughout every feature and bug for every sprint, the better off you are as an engineer that shows that you can really handle whatever work comes your way. And so being a self-starter is very key, very huge for leveling up, especially as a junior dev that is trying to get over the hump to become a mid to senior level dev. So those are my 3 tips: being adaptable, being willing to learn and work on tasks that nobody on your team is willing to do, and being a self-starter. I promise if you guys implement these tips in your strategy for leveling up your career, you will have great success. I know I did, so I know you will too. If you're interested in learning more tips for leveling up your career as a software engineer, or frankly any career for that matter, make sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you have any more tips that have helped you in your career, make sure to comment those down below. The more tips, the better. It helps us all, so make sure to do that, and be on the lookout for more videos coming soon.